In the 1800s, a 15-year-old girl in Chile had a dream and a purpose that she was not supposed to have. She was destined to defy social norms, break through barriers, and change the course of history in Latin America. This is the story of Eloisa Diaz, whose relentless pursuit of education and unwavering dedication to public health transformed her into Latin America's first female doctor. Her journey is one of courage, resilience, and groundbreaking achievements. Friends, welcome to the Mysteries of Latin America, where we tell the stories of the myths, legends, histories, and mysteries from Mexico to Argentina and all through the Caribbean islands. Our mission here is to tell these stories so that those of us with roots in the region know a little bit more about where we come from, and also so those who don't share these roots know a little more of what makes up our cultural DNA. My name is Andrew Colon, and in this episode we explore the awe-inspiring life of Eloisa Diaz, a woman whose determination and vision revolutionized medicine and women's roles in society. Now join us as we tell the story of her incredible journey. Eloisa Diaz Insunza was born in Santiago, Chile on June 25, 1866, into a progressive family that valued education for all their children. This was a time when the education of women pursuing higher education was almost unthinkable. But as conservative as many Chilean families were back in the 1800s, Eloisa grew up in a surprisingly progressive family, where her father, Eulogio Diaz Varas, a well-respected attorney, and her mother, Carmela Insunza, known for her strong will and supportive nature, both encouraged Eloisa to pursue education at a time when it was uncommon for women to do much besides take care of their families. Chilean society generally expected women to adhere to traditional roles, and pursuing a professional career was not encouraged. In the bustling streets of Santiago, Chile, young Eloisa would often accompany her father to his law office. There she would listen intently to impassioned conversations about justice and equality. This early exposure to advocacy and intellectual discourse sparked a fire in her that would only grow stronger with time. In 1877, when Eloisa was just 11 years old, Chilean Minister of Education Miguel Luis Amunátegui issued what would be called the Amunátegui Decree of 1877, which finally allowed women to attend university. This decree would change the course of Eloisa's life forever, because at the time, young Eloisa might not have known the significance of this new law, but it would soon become her gateway to greatness. While the new law allowed women to go to college, it didn't mean it would be easy for them or comfortable. When she applied to the University of Chile School of Medicine, there were no female students or board-certified female doctors, not only in Chile, but in all of Latin America. And then in 1880, at the age of only 15, Eloisa Diaz enrolled in the University of Chile's School of Medicine. This was a revolutionary act in and of itself, because she didn't just step into a male-dominated world rife with skepticism and prejudice. She was 15. The university halls, typically filled with young men, now had a few brave women, with Eloisa among the pioneering group. Despite challenges, Diaz's brilliance shone through. She faced daily obstacles that tested her resolve, including derogatory comments and harassment made by peers and professors who believed that women had no place in medicine. But Eloisa was undeterred. Her unwavering focus on her studies and her passion for learning set her apart, and on December 27, 1886, Diaz graduated with a degree in medicine and surgery, making history as the first woman in Latin America to earn a medical degree. Little did anyone know that her work would lay the foundation for transformative health policies in Chile and the rest of Latin America. The now Dr. Eloisa Diaz's career was marked by groundbreaking initiatives and relentless advocacy. After earning her degree, she began working at the San Borja Hospital in Santiago, where she focused on treating the poor and underserved. Her compassion and dedication quickly earned her a stellar reputation. In the early 1890s, while working at the hospital, she treated a young boy named Pedro. Pedro was suffering from severe malnutrition. The experience of treating Pedro deeply moved her and reaffirmed her commitment to improving public health. She realized that treating individual patients wasn't enough. She needed to change the whole medical system and address the root cause of health issues. In 1890, Dr. Diaz was appointed director of the newly launched School Medical Service of Chile, a position she would hold for over 30 years. The School Medical Service conducted regular health examinations and vaccination campaigns for school children, targeting diseases that were ravaging the country, like smallpox, diphtheria, and typhoid fever. It provided health education on hygiene, nutrition, and disease prevention, while also improving sanitation and hygiene in schools. Additionally, the service offered nutritional support and early detection and mandatory regular medical checkups for students. She played a crucial role in its success, significantly enhancing the health and well-being of Chilean children for generations. Her vaccination campaigns against smallpox and the other infectious diseases significantly reduced the incidence and mortality rates of diseases. And in 1908, during a severe smallpox outbreak, Dr. Diaz spearheaded a massive vaccination campaign, organized teams of doctors and nurses to travel across the country, and ensured that even the most remote communities received vaccinations. Her efforts were instrumental in controlling the outbreak and saving countless lives. Despite her success, she constantly faced fierce resistance from conservative factions within society. Her reforms were groundbreaking, but they also challenged deep-seated norms. The backlash she encountered was intense, but she knew and believed in her mission and stayed determined. In 1911, during a public health conference, she faced a heated debate with prominent male doctors who opposed her initiatives. But Dr. Diaz knew how to speak in public, and while some of the male doctors expected her to go off in a hysterical, emotional rant, she made her arguments based on evidence and expertise and won over many of her skeptics. In 1925, at the age of 59, Diaz retired from her official duties, but continued to advocate for public health and women's rights. She spent her later years mentoring young female doctors and promoting education in underserved communities. Her influence was felt far and wide as her protégés carried her vision forward. In 1950, Dr. Eloisa Diaz passed away at the age of 84, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire generations. As Latin America's first official female physician, her achievement marked a significant milestone for women in medicine and society. Her journey paved the way for future generations of women to enter the medical profession. She challenged societal norms, and she advanced healthcare across the region. The legacy of Dr. Eloisa Diaz as a pioneering figure in medicine and gender equality continues to resonate and inspire today. She was a trailblazer for women's rights and education in Chile and in all of Latin America, inspiring future generations of women to pursue careers in medicine and other fields traditionally dominated by men. Schools, hospitals, and medical institutions in Chile bear her name and are a testament to the impact she made then and still makes today. It was a no-brainer to add Dr. Eloisa Diaz's story to the collection of well over 50 podcasts in our vault here at the Mysteries of Latin America podcast, and we're honored to add it today. It's a story I wish I didn't have to wait to learn until I was in my 50s, and it's a story I hope gets passed on, especially to young kids all over Latin America and the world, to serve as an example of what we can accomplish when we have drive, determination, resilience, and support. Friends, thanks so much for listening to the podcast. If you know of a compelling story about the myths, legends, history, or mysteries of the area between Mexico and Argentina, and including all of the Caribbean islands, share it with us at andycancun.com. That's Andy at andycancun.com. That's my email here, and I'd be honored to take a look, and who knows, maybe we'll pick your story next time. And until next time, friends, my name is Andrew Colon, your host, and I appreciate you for listening. Saludos from Cancun, and adios.